So it's opening day at elk / still deer hunting for me, and we met a couple guys up here. They had already they beat us to our glass knob by a little bit, and they spotted some elk and they were going to go after it. And we've been trying to work this knob, just glass in all directions, and Tyson just spotted a really good buck across the way, but he fed down behind a ridgeline, and it looks like his only north face is going to be a real thick burn. So I don't know. Man, it looks like there's enough live trees in there too. I don't even know if it'd be worth going down below them and trying to glass back in there today or not. But we'll sit here and contemplate, keep glassing, and then maybe try to figure something out. I don't know. You went behind that ridge, Tyson, right where it kind of flattened out, and then there's that little like sand peak on the ridge closer to us.
Yeah.
He kind of
just paralleled in there.
Went through there and then slowly went down below us. But if he doesn't, I mean, if he's not going to leave that with the timing the way it is, you think he's just going to bed in that super thick burn.
You would think so.
So let's just, we got a ridge maybe 300 yards in front of us, and he's on the back side of that. So we're going to go by the drainage, past this ridge, past this drainage, get in the next drainage and go up, and then we're going to try to pop up at his elevation, hopefully. Fingers crossed. It looks like it's more of the burnt timbers on our side than that back side, so it may actually be cleaner. We might be in a little more luck. But we're hoping he's bedded on that side right there. His north face. It's going to be real tucked in. The angle that this ridge is like, it's kind of a northwest facing, so it's probably the best he's got for wind, or for shade all day. All you can do is make a play. You can't kill him if you don't run down here and try. Well, those guys bumped these elk, and luck would have it they're coming down right where the buck's at, which may be good, might not be good. So I'm gonna keep my binoculars down and just scan with my open eyes, see if I can see that buck running through here anywhere. Aren't those elk? Yep. Whole pile of them. Well, we stopped here. One, because it looked like a good place to rest. It's kind of flat and shady, and we could see glass, and we spotted elk 700 yards away. It looks like a 5x4, maybe a 5x5. They're at 700. Tyson wants them to be a little bit closer, but at the rate they're feeding, they're going to be on this knob right next to us and be in that 500 yard range. So, and they're going to probably keep getting closer. So we're just going to let them, hopefully if they don't keep going up, which I don't see them doing.
Pretty bluffy up there.
Yeah.
Alright guys, well we bombed out of the area we were in for the last 4 days. We had camp, we had 2 mule deer bucks, all kinds of gear, but we got it out right at dark, relocated, and now we're making a play on these elk that we spotted from probably 2 to 2.5 miles away. So we're probably 300 yards away from a glassing knob where we should be able to put eyes on them if they're in the same general area. So second day of elk season, and hopefully we're pretty close to a raghorn bull here soon. waited out these elk and finally put eyes on them. Fortunately, we're probably looking at 25 to 30 elk with no branch bulls. So 3 spikes and the rest are cows. We're going to do our due diligence and make sure that we've covered all of them, but it's not looking good right now. So it's almost 1. We're going to probably spend the next 15 minutes double verifying everything, but if not, we'll collectively think what we want to do. We'll probably bomb out of here quickly to get to another glassy knot for tonight. So we just put eyes on the elk that we spotted from 5 miles away last night. So that freeze session up on the top of this peak paid off. We got in here. They were about 500 yards up this draw, and it was just cows and spikes, but we could hear the branch bull over the ridge bugling. So we're giving them time to feed over the ridge, and then we're going to close the distance and kind of backtrack behind them and dog the herd. So stay tuned. We're in tight. Can you even pick me up from this far? Sound?
You couldn't crawl in.
What?
Just gonna crawl in close.
Is he gonna be able to pick me up mic-wise?
Yeah, it's picking you up.
Well, the elk are far enough away now. You can make your voice a little louder.
Thanks for the reminder, Taryn. Alright guys, well Taryn just reminded us we blew out the elk.
Oh, we didn't.
We didn't.
Something did. We don't know
Something
what.
did in the bottom.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm
big
being
bad
hard
wolf.
on her,
Probably big bad
on the
wolf.
team here. I'm being hard on the team. Alright, well, there were in total probably 40 elk. And we picked up the first elk about 9:30, and it's 4 o'clock. So we were extremely patient because the majority of them were bedded, and we picked up a mature bull that perfectly placed himself in the middle of the group. So we made 3 different approaches, and the last one we were probably 350 yards, 400 yards away, but couldn't find him until the herd got really active and started to run out. He stood up and presented himself, so not long enough to get a shot. But they boogied, and now we got 3 hours of daylight to make a plan. We think we know where they went, but it's going to be a challenge now that they're on high alert and spread out pretty far. So when you got 40 elk and 3 bulls that you would shoot, it makes it difficult in this country for sure. So, but we'll keep after it and see what we can do.
3 hours of daylight.
I still got my orange thing on. Can you see it? Does it look good?
It's still there.
Does it look really good?
It's still there. You remember all that complaining we did earlier this week about it being way too hot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Surprise.
We're live from this mountain storm shelter here. Yesterday we decided we had to have a survivability plan so we could survive the storm. So fire was number 1 on the list. We got that checked, and then now we're just riding this out. But it's supposed to get down into the low teens, and I can't imagine unless this breaks and clears up, it's going to get low teens. So hopefully it breaks, but we were able to spot probably almost 40 deer this morning in this canyon. Oh, it's cold. You running? Well, we spotted that buck about before shooting light, I think. And he's bedded down with his head down sleeping. So we're thinking he's going to try to stay on the south face with the sun coming up. No clouds today, going to try to stay warm. But I think we're going to shed all these layers again, go back to hiking mode, and try to bomb over there. It's probably going to take us an hour and 15. And that's with us knowing exactly where we're going. And we're trying to debate whether we want to take a higher ridge up the basin and keep elevation, or go lower and then try to come in with maybe a little more visibility. We don't really know where he's going, so you got to kind of take a guess on where you think he's going to be. The other option would be to go up that sage face, and then you'd be able to shoot there too, but there haven't been as many deer over there.
Yeah.
To scare.
I don't know. I
That's
just don't
steep.
know if what you're gonna be able to see from that ridge. I think you'd be able to see him.
Yeah, up in that little top before it gets real thick.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna make a play here real quick. We're gonna shed some layers and start running.
The way that ridge.
We get the spotter back out, or is he gonna?
He's gonna. I don't know if he climbed up on that bench. He's still right there if you want to get at him. Okay?
Well, here, I'll get my spotter out. The biggest dip seems to be about where he's at. I don't know what the next best play is. Walk right at him or go to that like rolling knob. I can't tell how big he was.
I couldn't either. body wise, he was a big deer. I just
Yeah, he had an old face on him.
couldn't tell what he had going on up top.
Alright, we'll try to sneak to this next old spine and see if that picks up a different angle.
I'm on him.
I need better rest. Bring, you said you're on him?
Yep.
I'm gonna try to crawl up here to the edge.
It's probably like 23 Oh, you laid down right in front of him. Missed. I don't know where it went.
Give me a range. You on him?
I don't know. I was out of the scope trying to get my range, but I don't see
He
him.
dropped. He dropped. He dropped right straight down.
Hours.
His fronts didn't look super big. So I don't know if he's even a 4-point. And then when he turned after your first shot,
Look, 4 point.
yeah, he's shooting.
What do you mean turned after my first shot?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm,
Turned his head.
well, thank you for spotting that one.
Heck yeah.
A lot closer than that one. I'm not one for making excuses to make myself look better. That's just not me. But on that first shot, I've never been so steady on a 350-yard shot. I don't know if the gun was iced up from last night or what.
Could have been. It was freaking cold this morning.
I have no idea, but second shot worked.
Yeah, you caught me right in between digging for a rangefinder and out of the SWAT scope
I
and
know.
you shot. And
I'm like, Goose, talk to me, Goose. I thought I seen him puff, and I followed my own shot, but then I didn't see him move.
That's gonna be such a way better pack.
All right, I'm gonna get my stuff. God, I'm putting my warm gloves on until I get there. What is it? So it's like 15 degrees right now?
It's supposed to get down to what, 13, I think?
13,
Last
15.
night? I don't know.
Well, all I know is I can exaggerate whatever I want.
Yeah,
It's cold.
It's 5 degrees right now.
Oh,
But we got a buck down,
we think.
I hope.
Something bad happened right there. Definitely wider than the other buck, I think. We're gonna get him. 'Cause I know where he's gonna want to go. Oh yeah. Pretty sure he's dead, laying like that, but. Definitely wide, but
Why?
you videoing me? Want to say something smart? Mule deer hunting is super fun. When it's 10 degrees at night and you forget your stove and everything's downhill from where you gotta pack it to. I'd rather like hike up in the morning and then pack my deer down, not hike down in the morning and pack my deer back up. So if anybody's got any good spots, feel free to send me email, text message, or call the local hotline.
You have anything to add, Tyson? Any pro tips?
I think he pretty much
Questions?
covered all of
Concerns?
them. I've got lots of questions, but I'll save them for a different time. No, I think he's got it covered. Don't pack uphill, ever.
Except for this time.
Except for this time.
Yours was all downhill.
Yeah, see, mine was down home. There's a little uphill, I guess.
Yeah, right before the end.
Yeah. But this is a lot uphill, and this is pretty good pack for here.
Yeah. 800 feet's not so bad. It's kind of the how fast you gotta do it. We're almost there. I think we only probably got 150 feet left to climb it, and then we're down to the trail. We're gonna stash the guns and meat and everything because camp is 3/4 of a mile past. Go grab it, grab everything on the way back, and head out of here. Tyson's gonna be able to make his kids' last football game. I'm gonna be able to make my boys' first homecoming dance, and everything's gonna be right in the world. 2 unnotched elk tags, but we kind of even talked on the way over before it ever started, like mule deer maybe first and then elk, but we just could not find any legal bulls. I think we've laid eyes on 3 branch bulls in 9 days. Yeah. And one of them got shot by some new buddies from Utah. And yeah, just not a lot. And we could have shot spikes all week. It's just
Even they went, hey, gimme.
no.
The deer hunting was good.
Yeah, deer hunting wasn't bad. So we're gonna get out of here, taking one little break. We'll probably take a little break there right before we get to the jackstraw blowdown patch, and then we'll be out of here.
Action. Did you hit record this time? I did, yeah. Cool. On the first try. It says REC in red. Okay. Yep. Alright. Last day, last effort here. So last night I did the walk of shame, and that herd blew out. So we're back in the same area, and we're gonna see if we can relocate about 40 head of elk. 40 head of elk and 2 raghorns, a mature bull, and several spikes. So last day, any of those raghorns present themselves, they're definitely getting shot. So that way we can all go back with some elk meat and fill the freezer. So we've been here for a week, a little under a week, and we're gonna give our best effort here on the last day.
I think we have good odds. I think we're gonna turn them up. I think they're still there.
I like it.
You got 11 hours to do so.
Yeah.
10.
Oh, he fell over. I just saw him fall over.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay, yep, and the spike just jumped up.
he fell over.
Okay, you sure?
I am positive an animal flops around in the brush.
There's one coming down. Nope, I see him. Nope, that's a cow. Hang on.
One of the animals flopped around in the brush like did a big belly flop.
I couldn't tell if that was the bull that just walked down below. Alright. Sorry about the sideways crooked video and nothing of the actual animal, but I didn't have anything else to put the camera on. We used the tripod for the gun so she could shoot off of it. That herd from yesterday, we picked them up. They're right below us.
Wow.
And Darren shot the 5-point that was in the bunch. At least that's what we're hoping. I can see the other elk right now. There's a pile. coming up the ridge line right there. So I'll try to get him in the camera in just a second, but 485, and we think she hammered him.
That's the cow I'm looking at.
We're gonna, we're trying to let this herd kind of clear us a little bit. They're actually working, or if they do take off, they're gonna push up over the top towards where Corey Toombs is at. Start all over.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
What do you got?
What?
Start all over.
He's right there.
You see him?
I'm so excited. I've been sitting up on that knob for 20, 30 minutes after I shot because the whole hurt was filtering through, and I started getting so cold. I was shivering so hard because my adrenaline is through the roof because I didn't see him because neither of us saw him die. So not being able to check him right away made me super nervous. But I just walked down here, kind of sprinted down the hill very quietly, and I see a Rocky, a bull piled up like 30 yards to my left, to my right. So,
He didn't go 25 feet from where you shot.
yeah, he literally took a couple steps and just piled up. So I don't even know how big he is. I just thought it was a branch bull. I'm like, and it is the last night of my hunt. We've been working our tail off looking for elk. It has been so hard to find bulls out here. We have found hundreds of cows and spikes, but to find branch bulls has been a real challenge. So to see this guy step out, he was the third elk that stepped out down in this bottom. And as soon as I knew it was a branch bull, I'm like, that's mine. I'm shooting it at 485 yards, and he dumped him. So
We knew it wasn't the herd bull, but that's okay.
I didn't care, I honestly, because yesterday we waited out the herd bull all day and nobody ever got a shot on him. So I just didn't want to miss an opportunity at harvesting a bull and putting meat in our freezers. And yeah, this is the opportunity that was given to me, so I took it.
When was the last time you shot a Rocky?
I haven't shot a Rocky since my daughter, who's 13, was a baby. So it's been like 12 years. So gosh, that herd bull's still bugling up there. He's screaming his head off. But it's been several years since I've shot one, so I'm just super grateful. And I haven't killed an elk in a few years, so it's gonna fill the freezer. And Corey's usually the one bringing me elk meat, so he'll be like, here. It's good.
Check him out.
Where I hit him.
We'll figure that out in a minute. Pick him up.
Here he is. 1, 2, 3. What do you think?
I think you got a dead bull.
I think I got it.
We got a long night and a really shitty pack job to do.
Could I have shot him in a worse place for all this?
At the worst time on the last evening of the last day.
Mom might be home a little late Sunday night, kids. But I'll see you Monday, and I love you.
Oh man.
Hey,
You gotta die. Patience.
what?
Patience. You gotta
Give
die.
me some. Right off the tripod. Drilled him right through the heart. Didn't go 20.
And I'm gonna work down into this timbered area where the herd from yesterday might be. So it's about 4:30, so 3 hours left of daylight. We'll see what we get into.
Sorry if I'm yelling, I can't hear anything. Whew.
'Cause I just shot a bull right before daylight, or dark, sorry. I had dropped nearly to the bottom. Oh my God. And I heard a bugle. And I didn't even hesitate. It's the last night, last chance. But I had to climb like 1,000 feet. And I just prayed to God to give me the strength to make it up there in time. I was running out of daylight so fast. And I made it. I've been sitting in the dark now for 30 minutes and I'm still out of breath. I can't believe it. On top of that, I got an inReach message. It was our last chance. So I went one way and Corey and Taryn went the other way. And you can't even write this script this way. She shot a bull too. So I apologize to our followers, our friends, our family. These aren't on film, but what a story. Last chance, last hurrah. And we did it. And here in Idaho, on the last night, holy cow, we got some work in front of us. I gotta catch my breath, but on to the next one.
Woo!
Killed it. Whoa! What'd you get?
What's up, stud?
Yeah.
I think your bull trumps mine, but you know what? What a stud!
Look at your bull.
What a stud!
I wasn't
1, 2, 3.
expecting.
I knew you shot a big bull because that's why you didn't tell us what you shot. Good job. Oh,
Look at that.
Man.
Nice work, brother.
dude.
That's a good bull.
He's great. Look at the front.
Yeah, actually that might be. I thought it was her left is what we saw, but it might have been his
Yeah,
right.
this is great. What a freaking stud.
You want to talk about chaos, man? I was so gone. Trying to climb that thing, I was like literally praying. I was like, God, please give me the strength to get up this hill before it gets dark. Because I could hear the bugle, the bugles.
Mm-hmm.
I got up here and like I'm right over there and there's like 5 bulls in here.
What?
Did they come over
There's
from
like
that?
spikes, a 3-point. I think I saw the herd bull.
Uh-huh.
So like, but like I'm losing daylight fast.
Yeah.
And like he comes out of nowhere, pushes a cow. I had to shoot him freehand
Oh no.
at like 150 yards.
Did you drop in one shot?
No, I shot 3 times, hit him twice.
Oh.
What do you think about that for the last 2 hours of the last day?
Last day, last 2 hours.
Talk about, we just wanted to wait till the last second.
Yeah, we just
I mean,
make the best. Make the best. I mean, we paid high dollar for these. It's like
had a stud bull up here because I'm like, he never told us what he got. It had to be.
it's like when you go golfing. You know, it's actually better to hit a bunch of balls, like a high round, because then you get your money's worth.
oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you're going to come do this, and you got to take it down to the last hour, so you don't feel like you got shorted.
The funny thing is I text the guys and I was like, I'm about to drop into a hellhole, sending it one last time, and I dropped literally down like 3/4 and then came all the way back up.
And then that's when I was like, we are on that herd, shot the bull, and they're heading your way.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Wow.
All right, well, congratulations.
Congrats.
Thanks, man.
That's freaking awesome.
And just
What a-
like that.
What a night.
Yeah.
Our patience paid off. All that afternoon napping on the ridge.
The
Snack eating.
unfortunate thing is that Elk Obsession just had 2 elk kills and probably 0 on film.
Yeah, I definitely didn't get.
Sometimes you just gotta go kill elk. Though.
So,
Yeah,
but we
Hey.
got some content for you.
yeah.
That's
All
pretty
right.
rad. I
Nice.
knew it.
Signing
Nice
off.
work, you two.
So last night I took a video and it was 7 o'clock and Corey and I were making bets on how long it was gonna take us to pack out this elk. Go meet up with Corey and pack out the elk. Well, that was before we knew that Corey Toombs shot an elk at last night. So the whole night got crazy. We didn't get back until about 3:30 in the morning at camp, packing out his bull up on top of the ridge. But we got all of our meat, my meat hung from my bull, packed out the head, and we are back in on day 2 to get all of this. However, the herd is still here, and there's bulls screaming on top of that ridge. Pretty fun experience.